Okay, I'm at my local leisure centre recording today, so there's probably going to be lots of interruptions, and I tried my best to do this in between adverts. Adverts have just finished on the radio, and we just have to see what goes on. So I want to make a text avatar, like in Inbox. I've called it text avatar. This is my HTML so far, which is what I give myself when I first start a project. I'm going to make the text black to begin with, so it's going to be very hard to read in that with a black background. But I don't think it needs to be a HP. It could be a div. So div. So now I'm going to add style to that. There we go. And what I need for that is the background to be a different colour. Now, I've already been working on this in my other project, which is here. This is a very basic copy. So this gives us the basic style for my to start with. There we go. So we've got the colour, which is a system font. The colour purple system font. So the background colour is the one that I'm initially first would like to generate based on some text. Now, the text is obviously going to be represented here by the first letter name. So let's generate it based on name and email. So let's put in name. And I'm going to put my name in here. So name equals Marcus. There we go. So there we go. There's my name, and obviously this isn't right because I only want the first letter of my name to go in there. So it's very easily done because I can just say 0 and I only get the M. Okay, so now I've got my name, and I'd like to generate the background color. Now, hopefully, I can already import Please.js because earlier today I updated my Please.js HTML import. So I've got a wrapper for this, which is based on this particular fork because it's got the guy added from hash, and then you can put any string in there like a name and an email address, and then we get the same color back each time, which is exactly what I want. So I added this to my project anyway. So Please.js. Now I should be able to import it here, and let's just have a look at the source code to see whether it's found it. I think I scrolled past it. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Please.js. So hopefully that will have the Please.js imported. Now I want to change the background color to be that generated color to begin with. So that's, and like just an ordinary import, and we call that background. Now the background color is generated by the Please.js plugin, so let's do that generation. Now it's a property, it's called BG for now. Could maybe make it a bit more descriptive, but background is fine, and it's a string, and it's going to be computed by get BG. I so often call things get and then capitalize first. I'm going to make that an option that you can just select underneath it, I think, or under there somewhere. And what does it need to generate that? Well, it's going to need the name and the email, because I want it to use both of those as seeds for the for what it's going to make. At the moment, we've only got a name, but I'll put in the email address.
It's karate, actually. What's karate here?
So email equals my email address. Feel free to email me. Okay. So name, email, I've got both the parameters. Now that will try and run the function get bg even, and it's got name and mail coming into it. Now I want it to return the color. Now I've already got the code here, pretty much what I'm going to use. Sorry about the radio in the background. It's an unavoidable part of every place that you can publicly do stuff, it seems. So I just want to concatenate the name and email to be my seed. Oh, look, there we go. It's got a color. Now, obviously, it's hard to see the M, but let's see what happens when we change. Let's say include HITCHIS. There we go. Now we've got a better color. But obviously, sometimes we get something that doesn't look right. So now I want it to also set the actual color from wheat to whatever. What should we call that? Foreground color. Foreground. Now, at the moment, that looks fine being black, but I want that to be dependent on, so foreground, and this is going to also be a string that I'm going to get from get foreground. Do we? I don't know whether one needs to be notified now. So cool. And all I need to generate the foreground is the background color. So now I'm going to actually load up that one again, because I vaguely remember in the documentation there was something about paste. Not doing it from a hash, but doing it from a color that you've already got. Or you could just say if it's less than gray. Let's just try that. Okay, so we got the color, the background color, BG. So let's say if. So what I'm going to do is going to test the BG color, the background color, and see if it's greater than. A string comparison should work fine for this sort of thing, I think. Well, if it doesn't, we'll use the please yes to work it out. So I think that gets returned as hash. What's the middle? It's going to be something like that. No, of course it's not. It's and maybe it is. I don't know. I think that's about the middle. So if it's greater than that, let's make it black. Then return. So we could actually return black, but hey, we're doing the hash color, so let's do it properly. And I'm just going to put these, make it clearer for me in the future. I could have another test saying if less than, if equal to. But anyway, I'm so typophobic. And then, so it's more than, let's return white. I mean, if it's less than that, then let's return white. Alright, see what that does. So now I've got a black, hopefully. I mean, it was black before anyways. And then see if we get a green. That's white. So that not for all cases, but that's pretty dark with the dark HITs. But basically, because we're testing the red, green, and blue all together, and red has obviously got the most. But maybe that will do for now. And then when if anyone wants to contribute, it's open source, and I've still got this margin. That's only relevant for the other apps. So let's drop that. Do they have any padding? No, that all looks right. The displaying block with the color is irrelevant. It is an inline block, so that will make sense. Doesn't make sense to have it on a separate line though. And I've got a whole load of. I think I prefer to have it as an inline style. Oh, and look, we've got another opportunity for adding a parameter here, because I can see lots of 36s. Let's add a size. Don't need that. Space. So this will make it take up a little bit more room, make it a little bit more messy code, but it will enable people to change the size of it. Now, copy. Or we could just make it 100%.
Staff announcement and Carl, please come to reception. Thank you.
Paste. Right, so now let's set the size with the default 36. Default 36, and let's set a number. That is a number. I must sort out that just complaining about things which aren't actually a problem. And there we go. And if I was to override that and say I want a bigger one, let's override it as a parameter. Property. It's 50 or 500. Yeah, I could go make the font size relative as well, but I think I'll just leave the font to be inherited if we can. That makes sense. Yeah. So that will do for now. We can make a smaller one. Is 20. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it as 60 for my demo. So So now all my code's been generated here. Let's just look through that. Where's my settings? Right. Let's make my demo a bit shorter. So it all fits in. And here's my code. So I'm importing name. I'm giving it a size of 60. Demo. If I said what it does, yeah, there we go. Text avatar like box. Great. So I'll just copy that link. That will go into my comments, and so you can play around with it. And just download it and upload it to YouTube, and there we go. I mean, upload it to GitHub and upload this video to YouTube. Again, sorry about the adverts in the background. That's all part of life at this place where I am. Where is it? Yeah, I'm in Penzance Leisure Centre with my daughter. She's doing jiu-jitsu. Yay. Right. See you soon. Bye.